Margaret Stanley, virologist. Margaret Anne Stanley, OBE FMedSci, is a British virologist and epithelial biologist. She attended the universities of London, Bristol, and Adelaide. As of 2018, she is an Emeritus Professor of Epithelial Biology in the Department of Pathology at University of Cambridge and a Fellow of the Academy of Medical Sciences. She is also an Honorary Fellow of the UK Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynaecologists and an Honorary Fellow of Christ's College, Cambridge. Stanley is a research scientist in the field of virology with particular focus on the human papillomavirus HPV. Her research work has led to new scientific findings on HPV. Additionally, she uses her expertise on HPV to serve on multiple different advisory committees and journal editorial boards. Research. Stanley's main research interest is the pathogenesis of HPV, and she currently leads a research group focusing on the prevention and treatment of human papillomavirus infection, which causes cervical cancer. Early in her research, she generated a non-tumorigenic human cervical keratinocyte cell line, W12, from a low-grade cervical lesion. W12 cells can harbor HPV-16 episomes and thus allow researchers the ability to investigate the complex processes of cervical cancer development. Additionally, she helped to discover the temporal association between high-level chromosomal instability and high-risk human papillomavirus HR-HPV integration, a key step in cervical carcinogenesis, such that integration precedes chromosomal abnormalities. She also studies the host cell responses to infection with the human papillomavirus in individuals who are immunodeficient, most commonly HIV-positive immunosuppressant individuals. Evidence from animal models show that a CD4 plus T-cell-dominated Thone response leads to regression of anogenital warts and effective cell-mediated immune response CMI. She states that a failure to produce this effective CMI response to the human papillomavirus facilitates viral persistence, and this can lead to the progression of high-grade disease and invasive cervical cancer. Career. From 2000 to 2003, she was a member of the Biotechnology and Biological Sciences Research Council (BBSRC). Since then, she has served on multiple UK Research Council committees. From 2004 to 2010, she served on the Spongiform Encephalopathies Advisory Committee (SEEC). Stanley's involvement in the SEEC was to provide independent scientific data to the UK government on transmissible spongiform encephalopathies (TSE) and advise the government's public health, food safety, and animal health policies. In 2017, Stanley was recruited by the American Society of Clinical Oncology to be on a multidisciplinary expert panel that presented new evidence-based recommendations for the primary prevention of cervical cancer. The number of recommended dosages of the HPV vaccine varies based on resource availability, age, and sex. Stanley endorses the reduction of the recommended HPV vaccine dosage from 3 to 2 for children aged 14 and younger. Additionally, she states that there is preliminary evidence for the effectiveness of just one dosage of the HPV vaccine, and further research needs to be conducted. Currently, Stanley serves as an expert on HPV for the HPV subcommittee of the UK Joint Committee on Vaccines and Immunisation. She also serves on the editorial board for the following scientific journals: Sexually Transmitted Infections, Journal of Clinical Virology, and Reviews in Medical Virology. Stanley is also working as a consultant for companies that market HPV vaccines. Some of these companies include GSK MSD and Sanofi Pasteur MSD. Advocacy. Stanley is a vocal advocate of HPV vaccination pre-puberty, specifically between the ages of 13 and early 20s. Stanley acknowledges that the recommended HPV vaccines have been shown to generate a high enough concentrations of antibodies to fight the virus. Stanley also urges that both sexes be vaccinated because both are susceptible to HPV-related illnesses. She endorses both of the licensed HPV lone VLP vaccines, the bivalent vaccine for HPV type 16 and 18 Cervarix, and the quadrivalent vaccine for HPV type 6, 11, 16, and 18 Gardasil. Stanley states that both licensed HPV vaccines are safe and highly immunogenic. Stanley is currently the vice president of the International Papillomavirus Society (IPS) and a member of the IPS's Executive, Policy, and Strategy and Planning Committees. Her main work with the IPS is to encourage nations to endorse and utilize the readily available and effective HPV vaccinations in order to help prevent and treat the HIV infection in young people. Awards and honors. In 2004, Stanley was awarded an OBE for services to virology. In 2010, she was given the Lifetime Achievement Award by the American Society for Colposcopy and Cervical Pathology, asked for her contributions to cervical cancer and cervical precancers research. She also holds a Lifetime Award for Achievement from the International Papillomavirus Society. Key papers. Stanley, Ma Sterling, J.C. 2014. Host responses to infection with human papillomavirus. For Probal Dermatol. Current problems in dermatology. 45, 5874. DOI 10.1159/355964. ISBN 978-318-2526-2. PMID 24,603,000 28. Hanning G. Saini, H. K. Murray, M. J. Caffero, M. M. Van Dongen, S. Ward, D. Barker, M. Scarpini, C. G. Groves, H. Stanley, Ma and Wright, Adj. Pet, Mr. Coleman in 2013. Depletion of HPV-16 early genes induces autophagy and senescence in a cervical carcinogenesis model, regardless of viral physical state. J. Pathol, 231.3, 354.66. DOI 10.1002/path. PMID 23,913,724. Stanley, M.A. 2012. Epithelial cell responses to infection with human papillomavirus. Clin Microbial, Reverend 25.2, 215.22. DOI 10.1128/CMR 5028-11. PMC 3,346,303. PMID 22,491,770. Stanley, M.A. 2012. Genital human papillomavirus infections, current and prospective therapies. J. Gen Virol, 93.4, 681.91. DOI 10.1099/ver 0.39677. PMID 22,323,530. Crawford, R. Grignon, L. Kitson, S. Winder, D. M. Ball, S. L. Vaughn, K. Stanley, Ma. High prevalence of HPV in non-cervical sites of women with normal cervical cytology. BMC Cancer. 11, 473. DOI 10.1186/1471-2407-11-473. PMID 22,047,498. Ball, S. L. Winder, D. M. Vaughn, K. Hannah, N. Levy, J. Sterling, J. C. Stanley, Ma. Kuhn, PK 2011. Analyses of human papillomavirus genotypes and viral loads in anogenital warts PDF. J. Med Virol. 83.8, 1345-1350. DOI 10.1002/JMV 22111. PMID 21,678,438. Sudhoff, H. H. Schwarz, H. B. Winder, D. Steinstreisser, L. Gorner, M. Stanley, M. Gund, PK 2011. Evidence for a causal association for HPV in head and neck cancers. Urarch otorhinolaryngol. 268111541-7. doi 10.1007/S405-11-1000 714-8. PMID 21,792,686. S2 CID 13,008,445. PET Mr. Alazawi W 2004. OF Roberts I. Dowen S. Smith Di. Stanley M.A. and Coleman N. 2004. Acquisition of high-level chromosomal instability is associated with integration of human papillomavirus type 16 in cervical keratinocytes. Cancer Research. 64-4-1359-1368. doi 10.1158/8-5000 472 can-3-3214. PMID 14,973,079. Nichols P.K. Moore, P.F. Anderson D.M. Moore, Rob. Regression of canine oral papillomas is associated with infiltration of CD4+ and CD8+ lymphocytes. Virology. 283-131-39. doi 10.1006/Viro 2000.789. PMID 11,312,659. Coleman, N. Burley, H.D. Renton, M. Hanna, N.F. Riate V.K. Byan, M. Taylor Robinson, D. Stanley, M.A. 1994. Immunological events in regressing genital warts. And J. Clin Pathol. 102.6. 768-774. doi 10.1093/AJP/102.6. 768. PMID 7,801,889. Stanley Ma, Brown H.M., Appleby M. Minson, AC 1989. Properties of a non-tumorigenic human cervical keratinocyte cell line. In J. Cancer. 43-4, 672-676. doi 10.1002/AIC 2,910,430,422. PMID 2,467,886.